Okay, guys, let's try this again. All right, so I really want you to watch this video, and I want you to do the first problem from the day 2 worksheet with me, because I think if you follow along with my video and do it, that we'll get it right, because really only about 3 people did it correctly on Monday. So watch me work out this problem. You can write your problem down here. Always over here have these values. These are the values that are your goal values. So you want to make sure that you're creating those numbers. And these are all cube roots. Remember, these are cube roots. So this is -2 times -2 times -2, so this has a value of -2. This is -1 times -1 times -1, so that's -1, 0 times 0 times 0, 1 times 1 times 1, 2 times 2 times 2. So that's kind of an important thing you always want to have just right next to you. Now, in order to get these underneath the radical to be this, you take out what's under the radical, you set it equal to -8, and you solve it. You go underneath the radical, you set it equal to -1, and you solve it. You take the x minus 2, you set it equal to 0, solve it. X minus 2 equals to 1, and x minus 2 equal to 8. So then just solve these with regular old algebra. So adding those, this gives you -6. Adding 2 here, this gives you 1. Adding 2 here gives you 2. Adding 2 here gives you 3. And adding 2 here gives you 10. Well, that's your x values that go in the chart. So you got to take your time with these. That's why I'm only giving you 4 that you're going to do on, or 3 you'll do on your own. This first one, though, you will be putting on your exit form that I have attached. So we're going to use that -6. That's from right there. We're going to use the 1. We're going to use the 2. We're going to use that 3. And we're going to use that 10. Then what you do is you take those values and you go into your original problem. So the original problem was this. Okay, so with that means what we're going to do is we're going to plug in for x to get y. So this in here, when we plug it in, that needs to give us that -8 that's in our chart up here. And so what we have here is, I'm going to move this way with this. This gives us the cube root of -8 plus 4. Well, remember, the cube root of -8 is -2. So you have -2 plus 4, which gives you 2 over here. Then you come through and you do the same thing. You put in 1 right here. I'm sorry, +1 right here. Don't put a negative. 1 minus 2 plus 4. That gives you the cube root of -1 plus 4. Well, up here, the cube root of -1 is -1, and -1 plus 4 is 3. And you should see a pattern coming down this way. So then we do the next one. We do 0. Put in 2. 2 minus 2 plus 4. That gives us our goal number in here of 0 plus 4. The square root of 0, or the cube root of 0, 0 plus 4. So see, we're going 2, 3, 4. You should be seeing that pattern. And so now when we plug in 3 and we subtract 2, and we do the 4, that gives us the cube root of 1, which up here, that is 1. And 1 plus 4, that's 5. And then finally, we do the same thing for 10. So now I'm going to put in 10. Now remember that we want that to be 8. That's our goal number up there. So now I have the cube root of 8 plus 4. The cube root of 8 is 2, and 2 plus 4 is 6. Now that's your ordered pairs. -6, and we got 2 out. We got 1 and 3, and this is what you're going to type in your answer sheet for me. This is 2 and 4, 3 and 5, and 10 and 6. And that's all you need to do.